Okay. I stopped it because I was trying to get it to dry so I could show you the tree. So what we're going to do is, the tree is not going to show up too well on the ocean with the water behind it. So what I would do is you're going to take your white. You're going to take just strictly your white paint, and you are going to paint the tree trunk, and just the tree trunk, not the green part. And you're going to paint just the tree trunk in white. And that will help. I'm going to turn this sideways so I can reach it a lot better. That'll really help so your trunk will show up better, because your brown isn't going to necessarily cover this dark blue that well. So just kind of make your tree trunk kind of come down the bottom like that a little bit. Okay. Like I said, make sure all yours is dry. What I keep telling you. Doesn't really matter down there. It's really for where the blue is, which this one's being difficult up here. Okay. So once you're done with your white, give it a chance to dry before you go back with your brown. I hope this brown will work because it's really dried up. Okay, so wait for your white to dry, and then you're going to go back with the brown. I would paint up and down to begin with. See how it's turning white from my white being so wet? That's why you want to make sure yours is dry. And also make sure you cover all of the white up. You don't want to leave any white showing on the sides. Switch to a different brush for right now. Yeah, big lumps in my paint. Definitely need to get a new paint. Okay, see how it's all I'm doing is pulling up the white at this point. Okay, so when you have a nice brown tree trunk, not like mine, you also want to do, you start out, it's easier to go this way with your tree trunk up, to follow the size, the trunk of the tree. But what you really need to do after that is you want to take, I'm going to take my flat brush and I'm going to take some brown, I hope. Ooh, is that gummy? I'm going to add a tiny bit, you know what, I'm going to add a little bit of white. You either could go darker or you could go lighter, but you want to change the color of your brown a little bit. And it probably did not. And what you want to do is you want to go back with your brush now, and you want to go side to side, because if you look at a palm tree trunk, That's what it has, is it goes like side to side, like almost like rings sort of. So you want to take your lighter color and you want to go across it like this and make some little, almost like stripes in there. But it'll look more like a palm tree then. You don't want a real white. It's just that my brown is too gummy. You just kind of want to go across it and make some stripy lines on it. Okay? That one looks terrible. Let me show you the original. So like this, it's got a little, some color to it. So it's not just all straight one color. Now we're going to work on the leaves. Turn it again. That's what I want. Try to get rid of some of this white in here. I put way too much white in it. Okay, so what you're going to do for the leaves of the palm tree is, I'm going to use a bigger brush, but it's flat. Okay, and you're going to use your green. When I made my one leaf, it is in front of the tree trunk, and it doesn't really show up too good. So I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to try to go around that. So what you do is you start where the trunk ends, and you're going to make the center of your palm leaf like this. Try to make it as skinny as you can. I'm trying to think of which brush I used to begin with. Maybe that wasn't the brush I used when I first did it. I'm ending up with a lot wider of a line this time. And you want to kind of aim them downward. Alright, I'm not finding the right brush that's making me happy. I don't remember which one I did before. Last brush. You want to do like 5 or 6 palms on here. So that's 4, 5, go one more this way. So like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go along each one of those lines, and you're going to go start from the line and work your way outward. Like that. So that's one. So you want to do that to all of them. You start from the middle, and you're going to overlap in the center. And you're just going to go outward. You have to start in the middle, though. You can't start outward and then work your way to the center, because it does not work. End up with a big solid line on the end, and you want it to be more wispy looking. Like that. So go ahead and do all of them. Make sure your trunk is dry, because I just made brown and everything. Because my trunk is not dry. after you go through them all, you want to take some of your green paint, put a little on my dish here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a tiny bit of black to it to make a darker green. Okay, so then when you make your darker green, you want to go back through and you want to do the same thing, but not as much. You don't have to go through and put as many on there. You just kind of want to make some highlights here and there, just to add some different color. Just so it's not all exactly one color. Okay, this wind's got to go today. So just do this all over it, from the middle outward. Okay, you get the idea. All right, and then your tree would be finished. I'm going to go back with this one. After your beach part was done, don't forget to go back and add your tires. Just like that. All right, and also, let me go back to the original one. I took a Sharpie marker, and that's how I did the license plate. I outlined the license plate, and I wrote "Be happy" for the license plate. I also took a Sharpie marker and made an antenna by putting it next to a ruler so I could get a straight line. And that is it. All right. So you are all finished. I am all finished showing you. Just do the best you can. Just take your time. Allow it to dry in between as you're working. And have a good time doing it. All right. Thanks for coming and happy Mother's Day. Bye.